right there, trying to pick up the pieces, trying to make it into that A main. Less than 2 minutes to go, guys. Less than 2 minutes to go. James Edwards leading us out. All yellow body with white wheels. Nick Markless right behind him. Greg Servo right behind him. The two battling for that final bump up spot. 1.4 seconds apart with 1:30 left to go. Both entering the triple. Oh, Nick gets a little squirrely. Greg, nosedives into it. He's still there. 1.5 seconds separates the two drivers. Our leader going into the switchback area onto the straightaway. He has a 2.3 second lead over Nick. Over the tabletop. Nick over the tabletop now. He closed that gap up quite a bit. Oh, our leader makes another mistake in the triple. And then, third place makes a mistake. There comes Nick Markless leading us out. James Edwards in the 2 with less than a minute to go. Greg Serbo 2.4 seconds back of the bump up spot. Nick Markless over the tabletop. James Edwards over the tabletop. Oh, goes big. Makes a little bit of a mistake. Straightens it out. Back through the triple. Past the start finish line. He is 2.3 seconds back from the lead, and he has a 3-second lead over third place. He's going to try and hold that position for the A main bump. 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go. Our leader over the tabletop into the triple. Second place into the triple. He's trying to close that gap. It's all about bragging rights now. There's 3 seconds between first and second. Oh, Nick makes a mistake. James back to the lead. He goes through the double, through the switchback area, getting a little squirrely. Both guys down the straightaway. 7 seconds to go, less than 5. We're racing them to the line here. Nick Markless, makes a mistake. James Edwards with the win. Nick, you got to cross the line, buddy. David Whitaker, you're done. Nick, you're done. That is a race. Nick, you get the bump, buddy. Yeah, you got the bump. You bumped. Barely, but you got the bump.
The race is completed.
Marshals, please pick up your blowers and blow off the track. Next up is our 17.5 B main. We got a full 8-car B main coming at you. I will need 2 volunteers. I need 2 volunteer marshals. I only had 4 drivers in the last race. I need 2 volunteers. Deuces, 2 volunteers. I see you guys just standing there looking pretty. I need 2 volunteers. Thank you. Chris is the man. All right. Oh, Mike, you staying out the marshal? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. All right, we're good because all these guys are too cool to come out and marshal. All these Joes standing over here doing nothing. Besides Jimmy. Jimmy's gone out and marshaled. He's done some. Roll him out and check him in. Roll him out and check him in.
Robert Morgan. Wrong way driver. White Lightning. Lyle Lamb.
Oh, and Mike Welker's come out to help too. Aaron Brown hasn't, but that's typical of Aaron.
Seconds to the start of the race. Dan Collinsworth. AJ Morello.
Oh, thank you, Jerry. Are you getting cone 4? All right, backstraight's closed. Backstraight's closed. In the 8 is Lyle Lamb. In the 7, Nick Bayette. In the 6, Kevin Sathry. In the 5, Robert Morgan. In the 4, Ryan Appleberry. In the 3, Paul Weir. In the 2, AJ Lorello. And in the 1, our BQ tonight, factory X-ray driver, Dan Collinsworth. What are you doing, AJ? Good Lord, man. All right, boys. Okay. Hey, take it easy in the first couple corners. You're not going to win it there, but you can lose it. I don't want to have to call a restart. It's a long 5-minute race, boys. So Marshals, watch your areas. Drivers, be live. We're going live in less than 5. Great start, boys. Great start. Let's keep it up through the rest of the race. Oh, no. Who is that? Oh, it's Ryan. Ryan getting a little wrong over the crossover, but he's still within striking distance of the back of the pack there. Dan Collinsworth leading us out. AJ Lorello in the 2. Paul Weir in the 3. Robert Morgan in the 4. Nick Bayette in the 5. Lyle Lamb in the 6. Ryan Appleberry in the 7. And Kevin Sathry in the 8. Dan Collinsworth over the tabletop into the triple. AJ getting a little bit squirrely. Paul Weir still right there on his door. Robert Morgan right there. That we got a 4-car breakaway. It looks like caution at the start finish. Go outside. Go outside. Go outside at start finish. Outside. It is clear. Dan Collinsworth leading us through the triple. Paul Weir trying to get inside of AJ Lorello. Gets it a little bit squirrely. Loses some time. Robert Morgan right there in the 4. But Dan Collinsworth and AJ Lorello going at it. Dan Collinsworth, factory X-ray driver, gets it a little high. AJ gets it a little bit squirrely. AJ, a factory Losi driver. Paul Weir driving Associated. Looks like Robert Morgan's in a Yokomo. 4 different cars in our top 4 here. Lyle, you have first, second, and third coming up on you. Just hold your line, and you'll be just fine. Looks like Robert Morgan and Nick Bayette going at it now for 4th and 5th. Looks like a little bit of a mistake. Dan Morgan. Okay. Take care. All right, man. Thank you. Dan Collins, we're still leading us out. Paul Weir now in the 2 after a little mistake by AJ Lorello. AJ still in the 3, wants to bump up. He's going to have his eyes set on Paul Weir, who is currently has the 2nd place locked up by 4 seconds, looking for that bump to the A main. 2:15 down, 2:45 to go. Dan Collinsworth, factory X-ray driver, leading us out. Paul Weir with his Associated B6.2 right behind him. AJ Lorello 3.8 seconds back. That's down from 4.3 the last lap, so he's cutting down a half a second every lap trying to catch Paul Weir and try and get that bump up spot. Nick Bayette now in the 4. Ryan Appleberry in the 5. Robert Morgan in the 6. Kevin Sathry in the 7. And Lyle Lamb rounds out our top 8 here in 17.5. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. Our leader, caution in the triple. Go inside. It is clear that is AJ Lorello, our 3rd place car, that made the mistake, making the gap even further. He's now got a 5-second gap between him and Paul Weir. Caution going into the triple. Caution going into the triple. Thank you, Lyle. Great driving. Thank you. Our leader, Dan Collinsworth, heading into the double. Paul Weir right behind him. Both gentlemen going through the switchback area onto the straightaway. Kevin, that is your 2nd place car right behind you. Just hold your line. He'll get by you. 1:30 to go. 1:30 to go. Dan Collinsworth leading us out. Paul Weir in the 2. AJ Lorello in the 3. Ryan Appleberry in the 4. Charging back from that terrible start that he had. He's been the fastest car on the track so far. We'll see if he can even press up into that 3rd. And now second through 4th are all on the straightaway. 1st place car checking out. Dan's now got a good sizable 5-second lead over Paul Weir, but Paul's lead has dwindled to 1.3 over AJ Lorello. Paul's got to put the hammer down. We got 50 seconds left. Dan Collinsworth leading us out. Paul Weir in the 2, AJ Lorello in the 3. Ryan Appleberry on a charge. Oh no, what happened? But here we go, 40 seconds left. 40 seconds left. Our leader, Dan Collinsworth. Now AJ Lorello and Ryan Appleberry going at it for the bump up spot after Paul Weir makes a mistake going into the crossover. Oh no, Ryan Appleberry rolls it over going into the crossover. That gives AJ a little bit of breathing room, but Dan Collinsworth checked out, 6-second lead. AJ Lorello pedaled down, just flying around this track trying to catch Dan, trying to separate himself from Ryan Appleberry. After Ryan rolled it over. We got less than 10, guys. Less than 10. Dan Collinsworth, 17.5 flat right now. Less than 5. That is time. You're going to race it to the line. Dan, you are done. Caught you at the line. 17.501. You're the winner tonight. Kevin Sathry, you're done. AJ, you are bumping in the 2. We're waiting on 5, guys. Waiting on 5. Paul Weir, you're done in the 3. Oh, Ryan had to pull her out. Everybody is done. That is a race. Dan Collinsworth and AJ Lorello, you are bumping up to the A main. I need all 6 of those other drivers out here to marshal.
The race is completed.
Our modified 2-wheel drive A main is coming up. I know Cody took off early. So there's only 4 drivers in this. But I should have more than 3 drivers from that last race out here out of Marshall. Let's go, guys. Come on. I know I see you, Robert. You're one of the 3. You, Kevin, and Paul. Come on, guys. Let's get out here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, guys. Roll them out, check them in. Watch out for my marshals getting out here onto their cones. I don't know why this is starting to take longer and longer week after week. We might have to institute something.
Ryan Pollard. 1 minute to the start of the race.
All right. Backstreet's closed. Backstreet's closed.
$45 seconds to the start of the race.
Dan, can I get you? Who am I missing from that race, man?
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Oh, number 4 for me, Dan, please. Number 4. And Nick's got the corner. All right. Marshals, watch your areas. Drivers, you know the drill. You can't win it in the first corner, but you can definitely lose it. So keep your head on straight.
Less than 5.
Don't go crazy. We're going live in less than 5. Ryan Caller leading us out. Scott Spear right behind him. Kevin Gatton right behind him. Oh, second and third get together. Scott's good enough. He can drive back from that little bobble. He'll be all right. Ryan heading on over the tabletop into the triple, leading us out with his Associated Reedy AKA ride. He's got the blue and white paint with white wheels. Kevin Gatton right behind him. And his Associated ride, white wheels and looks like a blue and green body. Coming on the straightaway right now. Oh, no, Ryan gets it wrong in the triple. Kevin goes to the point. Kevin leading us out now by a second. After his 16.7 lap, that last lap. Ryan Caller with a 16.5 leads us with the fast last lap, but Kevin over the triple, Ryan right behind him. Heading into the crossover, into the double. Coming up on you, Ryan. That's your first and second place. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Scott Spear got the hammer down trying to catch these two guys. 16.8 that last lap. Hoping that these guys racing each other is going to slow them down so he can catch them. 3:20 to go. Kevin Gatton leading us through the switchback onto the straightaway. Ryan right behind him trying to shorten up the track a little bit. into the triple. They go. Both modified drivers flying past the start-finish line over the crossover. Kevin Gatton, a 0.4 second lead over Ryan Caller. Oh, Scott making a mistake going into the crossover there. But he's up and going. 3 minutes to go, guys. 3 minutes to go. Kevin Gatton, 0.3 second lead over Ryan Caller. Both drivers going through the switchback area onto the straightaway. Both driving associated buggies. Over the tabletop into the triple. Both going big. Oh, Kevin Gatton getting a little bit loose after the triple. Back to the 2. Ryan Caller with those AKA tires gripping up. Coming down the straightaway. Kevin right behind him. Any little mistake and that'll switch right back around. Ryan with a 16.7 that last lap. Kevin with a 17.1. Fast lap of the race still, though. Ryan Caller, 16.5. 16.7 out of Kevin. 16.8 out of Scott. And a 20 flat out of Ryan. There's our leader over the crossover. Coming up on lap traffic. Going through the double. Kevin right behind him through the double through the switchback area. Trying to cut down any kind of gap he can. Trying to catch Ryan, who's got his buggy hooked up and smoking around this track. 16.6 that last lap. 16.6 to a 1-2 for Kevin Gatton. Trying to catch him. He's got the hammer down. Both guys over the tabletop. Through the triple. Back through the start-finish line. Less than a minute 20 to go. A minute 20 to go. Ryan Caller leading us out down the straightaway. Kevin Gatton right behind him. Going over the tabletop through the triple. Our leader going through the switchback area with a minute left. Second place going through the switchback area.
1 minute left.
Ryan Caller. Then Kevin Gatton, Scott Spear in the 3. Ryan Finland in the 4. Ooh, Ryan gets a little wonky, but saves it. He's back through the double. Through the switchback area. Oh, Kevin makes a mistake. Gives Ryan some breathing room going into the triple now here. Let's see if he starts throwing this thing around, trying to get an even faster lap now. He's got some breathing room. 16.8 that last lap out of Ryan Caller. He's going through the switchback area onto the straightaway. Coming over the tabletop into the triple. Clears the triple real smooth. 16.3. Let's see if he can get a 15.9 here. Or is that only with his 4-wheel? We'll see. 10 seconds to go, guys. 10 seconds to go. Our leader getting a little bit wrong. Kevin now right back with him. Both guys on the straightaway. 3 seconds left, guys. You're running it to the line. That is time. Ryan Caller caught you at the line. 18.5 flat. Kevin Gatton in the 2. 18.503. Great race, guys. We're waiting on 2. Waiting on 2. We had Ryan, you're done, and Scott Spear, you're done with an 18.515 in the 3.
The race is completed.
Marshals, please grab your blowers and blow off the track for me. Appreciate it. Next up is our 21.5 fixed timing A main. You were so fast with what you got. Yeah, well, the fuck out of it. I need 2 volunteer marshals for this race. 2 volunteer marshals. Guys, you can roll them out and check them in. Roll them out and check them in.
Mike Caller. Anton Morissette. Chad Mara. Mike Severs. Kenny Wen. Tony Nesbitt. Greg Skirbo.
Do not break them in warm-up.
Nick
Do
Wyatt.
not break them in warm-up, guys.
Kevin Finland. Anton Morissette.
All right.
Kenny Nguyen, Chad Mara, Nick Bayet, Greg Skirbo, Tony Nesbitt.
Caution at the start finish. Caution at the start finish. I need 2 volunteers, please. Oh, Chris is volunteering. Thank you very much, Chris. I need somebody on the 5. Somebody on the 5 or the 2. Somebody the 5 or the 2. Thank you very much. Backstrace closed. Backstrace closed. 1, 2. In the 9, we got Greg Serbo. In the 8, Chad Mara. In the 7, Kevin Finland. In the 6, Mike Sievers. In the 5, Tony Nesbitt. In the 4, Anton Morissette. In the 3, Nick Bayet. In the 2, Kenny Nguyen. In our pole sitter tonight, TQ, Mike Caller. I'd like to take a second to say happy birthday to Kevin Finland. It's his birthday today, so... Oh, Ryan Finland. I'm sorry. Ryan Finland. I'm sorry. Hey, man, I can't remember everything. All right, guys. Marshals, watch your area. Drivers are going live in less than 5. Nice start, boys. Good start. Keep it smooth. Keep it smooth. Sorry, Ryan. Happy birthday, man. Your wife's going to be mad at me, though, I think. I didn't do it right. Next time she comes, man, you can't have her get at me about that. Caution in the crossover. Caution in the crossover. That is our second place driver. He's back and going. Thank you very much, Tristan. Thank you very much for the hustle, bud. Appreciate it. Caution in the switchback. It is clear. Nick Bayet leading us out. Looks like Mike Sievers in the 2, Tony Nesbitt in the 3, Mike Caller after a bit of a mistake back down to the 4, Kevin Finland moving up to the 5. Oh, Kenny trying to make a pass in the switchback area. Gets it a little wrong. Caution in the crossover. Caution. It is clear. 1:15 in, 3:45 to go. Nick Bayet leading us out. Tony Nesbitt in the 2. Are now down to the 3. It looks like Mike Sievers got by him. Mike Caller still in the 4. We got a 4-car breakaway pretty much. Oh, caution in the crossovers. Sievers getting it a little bit wrong. Nesbitt up to the 2. Caller to the 3. Nick Bayet trying to check out. He's through the triple to the start-finish line. Tony Nesbitt to the 2. Mike Caller to the 3. Mike Sievers to the 4. Looks like we got Kevin Finland in the 5. Kenny Nguyen in the 6. Serbo, Morissette, and Mara rounds us out. Caution in the double there. Caution in the double. Easy, guys. Work together. Work together. You're good to go. Oh, watch it on the straightaway. It is clear. Nick Bayet leading us out. Tony Nesbitt in the 2. Both drivers in the triple area. Mike Caller right behind Tony exiting the triple. Caution in the crossover. It's broke. Caution in the crossover. Just set it down, bud. Just set it down. There you go. You're all right. Thank you very much. Nick Bayet leading us out. Tony Nesbitt in the 2. Nick just crossing the start-finish line. Tony heading to the start-finish line. Mike Caller with a little bit of a mistake dropping back. He's still in the 3rd spot. But there's our leader coming onto the straightaway. He's in the red, white, and blue with the white wheels. Tony Nesbitt behind him with the white, light blue, and purple with the white wheels. Both gentlemen heading past the start-finish line. Mike Caller with the red and white with yellow wheels heading to the start-finish line. Caution at it's clear. 150 to go. 150 to go. Nick Bayet leading us out over the tabletop into the triple. Nice and smooth down to the start-finish line. That lap was a 18.3 out of Nick. Tony Nesbitt now crossing the start-finish line. He had a 19.3, dropped a little bit back, and Nick trying to check out here. He's over the tabletop. Tony just entering the straightaway. Looks like a good, solid 5-second lead for Nick Bayette. We got a minute 15 left, minute 15. 4-second lead for Nick Bayette. He's heading onto the straightaway. Red, white, and blue with white wheels. When you see that car coming up on you, that is your first place car. Give him a little bit of leeway. Try not to race him. But he just passed the start-finish line. Tony just passing the start-finish line. 4 seconds back still. Didn't gain anything, didn't lose anything. Mike Caller, 2.6 seconds back of second place Tony Nesbitt. Our first place car heading over the triple, heading down to the start-finish line is Nick Bayette, red, white, and blue with white wheels, heading into the double, into the switchback area. Caution in the crossover. It is clear. Down the straightaway he goes over the tabletop, into the triple, nice and smooth. 25 seconds left. Nick with an 18.9 that last lap. He's got an 18.3 as his fast lap for the race. 18.5 for Mike Caller. 18.6 for Tony Nesbitt. 10 seconds to go, guys. 10 seconds to go. Your first place car is going to get around for another. Let's see if second place can. Tony's got 4 seconds. He's going to make it. Let's see if Mike can do it. Yes, Mike, you can keep going. You got a victory lap in you. Anton, you are done. Kevin, you are done. Waiting on a bunch. Kenny Wynn, you're done. Mike Sievers, you're done. Nick Bayette, you're done with the victory tonight in 21.5. Tony, you're done in the 2. And we're waiting on one car, gentlemen. One car. There he is. Mike Caller in the 3. Nice podium finish there, Mike.
The race is completed.
$17.5 two-wheel drive A-Main coming up. All right, I should have enough drivers from that last race out here to Marshall. I shouldn't be calling for anybody. Anybody. So let's get going here, boys. Ryan Caller is very specific about how the track needs to be blown off. It's very specific. Hold on, guys. Hold on, hold on. I don't want Ryan getting ran over, then he can't
1 minute to the
drive.
start of the race.
He'd be like, my ankle. I can't drive. It hurts. All right, guys. Not yet. I'm missing 4 and 7. I should have. There were 10 drivers, so 7 or 4. Good, sir. Thank you very much. But I do need one of those 21.5 A-Main drivers out here for code number 4. There were 10 of you. Shouldn't be calling for anybody. All right, roll them out, check them in. Let's get this going. While I wait for one guy to show up.
Buzz driver. Ryan Caller. 15 seconds to the start of the race. Randy Locken. Dan Collinsworth. Local legend. Aaron Brown. Jimmy Left.
All right, guys.
Ryan Prince.
Get through there, Scott and Ryan. And back straight is closed. Back straight is closed. Back straight is closed. In the 10, A.J. Lorello. In the 9, Dan Collinsworth. In the 8, Jimmy Leff. In the 7, Aaron Downtown Brown. In the 6, Carlos Lopez. In the 5, Randy Locken. In the 4, Ryan Prince. In the 3, Ryan Caller. In the 2, James Gallatin. And our pole setter tonight, TQ, is our local legend, Scott Spear. Why am I missing a Marshall on 4? I had 10 drivers from that last race, and I'm missing a Marshall. That's impossible. One of them's in that. What? No, there's not. There were no back-to-backs. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. All right. Marshals, watch your area. Drivers, keep it clean through the first couple corners. You aren't going to win there. You know who I'm talking about, so don't do it. We're going live in less than 5, boys. Pretty clean start, boys. Good job. Pretty clean start. Scott Spear leading us out. Bus right behind him. Oh, they get hooked up there. I did not see what happened, but looks like Ryan Caller is to the front. Work together, boys. Work together. Nice driving. Great drive. Oh, Ryan catches a wheel. Rolls it over. Oh, Ryan. Yeah, good driving. Let him have his spot back. Good job. Good job. All right, boys, get after it. Let's see some racing. We got Ryan Caller leading us out. Bus right on his tail. Randy Locken in his factory Losi driver right behind him. Aaron Brown, factory Yokomo driver in the 4. Oh, Carlos out early. Ryan Caller still leading us out. James Gallatin in the 2. Randy Locken in the 3. Aaron Brown in the 4. Ryan Prince in the 5. Then we got our TQ, Scott Spear, trying to get back into this race after a rough start. Jimmy Leff right behind him. Dan Collinsworth and AJ Lorello rounding us out. 3:30 to go. 3:30 to go. Who was that? Didn't see who rolled over there, but Ryan Caller and Bus going at it, heading into the double. Randy Locken right there waiting for them to get together so he can roll up there into the lead. But Aaron Brown and Ryan Prince right behind him. Looks like Scott Spear right behind them. Fastest car on the track right now looks to be Scott Spear, reeling in all these top 5 drivers heading on to the straightaway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, all heading through the triple. Aaron Brown making a mistake, dropping back to the 6th spot now. Ryan Caller leading us through the switchback. Bus right behind him. Randy Locken with his factory Losi ride. Now Ryan Prince up to the 4. Scott Spear to the 5. After that very bad start, he is back in business, back in this race. Ryan Caller leading us out with James Gallatin right behind them. Both drivers over the tabletop through the triple. They look to have about a 1.5 second lead over third place Randy Locken. Now Ryan Prince now moves up to the 3. Scott Spear into the 4. Randy looks to have a problem with the car. His rear shock tower broke. 2 minutes to go, guys. 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes left.
Looks like first and second coming up on a back marker. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. That's Dan. Who is that racing there? 1:45 to go. 1:45 to go. First and second place past the start finish line. Scott Spear in the 3, trying to keep the pedal down, trying to catch him. Ryan Prince in the 4, Aaron Brown in the 5, AJ Lorello in the 6, Jimmy Leff in the 7, Dan Collinsworth in the 8. Dan and Jimmy, you got third place right there. Yeah, that's Scott. Oh, Jimmy Leff with a little bit of a traction roll. Bus gets by Ryan Caller, though. We have a new leader to the race. James Gallatin and Ryan Caller in the 2. Both drivers through the triple. Third place, Scott Spear. Fourth place, Ryan Prince. Fifth place, Aaron Brown trying to get back into this race. He's trying to get by Dan Collinsworth. But our first and second place cars heading into the triple. James Gallatin with Ryan Caller right behind him. Scott Spear, another 2.9 seconds. Or Ryan Prince now into the 3. Scott Spear into the 4. Those two going at it. Heading onto the straightaway. We got 35 seconds left. First and second heading down the start-finish line over the crossover. James Gallatin leading us out through the switchback. Oh, second place Ryan Caller hooks up a pipe. Flips her over. Ryan Caller hits a Marshall. Looks like Scott Spears back up to the 3. Aaron Brown to the 4. Ryan Prince to the 5. 3, 4, and 5 through the triple. Ryan Caller getting a little wrong on the crossover. We got 10 seconds left, guys. 10 seconds left. You would be racing it to the line if you weren't James Gallatin, because he's going to get around for another lap. He is on a victory lap. Everybody else is racing it to the line. Ryan Keller, you're done in second place. Scott Spear, you're done in the 3. Prince in the 4. Aaron Brown having a hard time this last lap. He is in the 5. Dan Collinsworth, you're done in the 7. Leffler, you're done in the 8. And we're waiting on A.J. Lorello. That is a race. James Gallatin. Oh, my gosh. Come on, guys.
The race is completed.
All right, we need 7 of you guys back out here to Marshall. Jimmy Left's gonna call this race, so he can't be one of them. So 7 of you 9 need to be back out here to Marshall.
All right, we got all of our marshals covered. Looks like we do. Once AJ gets out of the way here, you can go ahead and roll them out, check them in.
Tristan Mara, Lyle Lamb, Nick Margulies, Mike Severs, Robbie Osborne, Ryan Finland, Ryan Davis, James Edwards, Kenny Wynn.
No, it was my fault. You got the worst end of it. So.
Nick Bayet.
All right, back straight is closed. We are going to have Nick Bayet's going to be the last one over the crossover, and then no one else over the crossover. Or you can end it there. All right, in the 10 we have Nick. In the 9, James Edwards. In the 8 position, Lyle Lamb. In the 7, Ryan Finland. In the 6, Brian Davis. In the 5, Robbie Osborne. In the 4, Tristan Mara. In the 3, Mike Severs. In the 2, Nick Bayet. And our TQ, Kenny Wynn in the P1. Got all of our marshals covered. All right. Never mind what Mike says. You can win it in the first corner. Just kidding. Keep it single file for the first couple of turns. We are going racing at the sound of the tone. All right, it's a decent start. Oh, Nick gets it wrong. Wen out in the lead, followed by Tristan. Number 1 and 2 are pulling away, and they are doing a breakaway dance here with Wen still in the lead, and Tristan making a power move into the number 2 within 1 lap. In the 3 spot, Robbie Osborne. In the 4, Nick Bayet, followed by Nick Finland, Edwards, Davis, Lamb, and Severs. So 1 and 2 coming around the triple, still with just a couple car lengths of each other. Onto the crossover, and looks like we got Nick Bayet moving into the 3 position there. I believe he just made a pass there on the crossover, and he's going to be in the same stretch of real estate as the 2 leaders. Kenny Wynn still leading out over the crossover, followed by Tristan. Just a few seconds back, Nick Bayet. Robbie Osborne close behind, followed by Finland, Edwards, Nick, Lamb, Davis, and Severs. Tristan makes a move that I missed, and he pulls into the lead. Oh, and he gets it wrong over the crossover, and he's upside down. Has to get marshaled. Nick Bayette moves into the 2 spot. And Kenny Wynn is holding on to that 1 spot still from his TQ qualifying run. He's coming up on a back marker. Gets around him good. Thank you, driver. You're going to have 2nd and 3rd coming up right behind you, too. So if you can pull it wide, let him by. That'd be great. Tristan gets caught up on that back marker, and he is off and running again. All right, in the 1, Kenny Wynn. In the 2, Nick Bayette. In the 3, Tristan Mara. No, scratch that. Robbie Osborne moves into the 3 after that rough lap by Tristan. Followed by Lyle Lamb, Mike Sievers, James Edward, Brian Davis, Finland, and Nick rounding out the field. Kenny Wynn still holding strong. Nick Bayette closing the gap a little bit. Over that double into the switchback. Thank you, drivers, for letting him go. Nothing but clean air for a while for the 1 and 2 position. Caution in the backstretch. It is clear. Kenny Wynn over the crossover. Nick Bayette over the crossover. Robbie Osborne over the crossover. It's a battle between Kenny Wynn and Nick Bayette. Working over the triple across the finish line. Both are over the crossover.
2 minutes left.
Robbie Osborne falling back just a little bit. Still a few seconds back. Looks like Kenny Wynn and Nick Bayette are holding their race lines good. They're holding their same position, pretty much the same distance as well. Coming up on some back markers here. Tristan, you're going to have vehicle. That was the leader there. Let the leader go, please. And Nick pulls into the lead after that rough go through a back marker. That is the 1st, 2nd spot battling for that. Please let them through. Kenny Wynn gets it wrong. Hooks up a pipe. Marshals himself. Nick Bayette's out in the lead down the backstretch, followed by Kenny Wynn. See where Robbie Osborne is. He wasn't close enough to capitalize on that mess, but he's still within striking distance. 1 and 2 position over the double through the switchback. Still holding it close with Nick Bayette in the lead. Just a couple, car length in between the two. Here they come over the roller and into the that thing where you jump over the lap. I forgot what that's called. Oh, tries to make a move, gets it wrong. A little bit of incidental contact. They keep going. Good racing drivers. All right, Robbie's there looking to pick up the pieces. Yellow 4-wheel drive. You're going to have number 3 spot coming around you here pretty quick. You can let him go and try to get in this mix. We still have Kenny Wynn holding on to the lead here. Thank you, driver, for letting them go. Nick Bayette gets around. Robbie's not too far behind. 12 seconds left, drivers. 12 seconds left. This is going to be the last lap. Between Kenny Wynn, Nick Bayette, Robbie in striking distance. Seeing if he can pick up any pieces, but they're running smooth. Kenny Wynn's coming in. Nick Bayette's coming in. Over the triple. They make it through. Kenny Wynn's going to take the win. Nick Bayette's in the 2 spot. Robbie Osborne in the 3. Drivers keep going. That looks like that's, well, we have James Edwards need to finish. In the 4, Mike Sievers. In the 5, Lyle Lamb. Ryan Finland, Nick Marklis, James Edwards, Brian Davis, and Tristan Mara is out with a bit of luck. That is the race. Gentlemen, go ahead and pull them off. Marshals, pull out your blowers. That's a good time to break, right at the end of the race.
The race is completed.
Good race, gentlemen. Just so you're aware, if you had a bad run in your heat, Paul Weir is standing by to giving out free hugs, make you feel better. Next up is our 13.5 4-wheel drive buggy expert, A-Main.
Aaron Brown.
We can go ahead and put the blowers down. Once we get a track clear, I'll have you check them in. All right, go ahead and roll them out. Check them in. In the 10 spot, Mike Blythe.
AJ
In the
Morello.
9, Steve Ruiz.
Dave
In the 8, Dave Nani. In the 7, Cody Witchman.
Mike Blood.
6, I'll say this right, AJ Lorello. In the 5, Mike Welker. In the 4, Carlos Lopez. In the 3, Ryan Prince.
Welker.
In the 2, Jim Silve. In the 1, the
Carlos
TQ
Lopez.
spot, downtown Aaron Brown, the Yoke Bro. All right, Jim Silve, you're going to be the last one over the crossover. After that, the back straight is closed. Back straight is closed. Go ahead and grid them up. You know your spots.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Good one, Aaron. Don't break them in practice. All right, in the 10, Mike, looks like we got to go. It's Ruiz. Did Ruiz leave?
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Knucklehead. So did Cody. They got no heart. Got no heart. All right, grid them up. Leave those spots open. Leave them open. Or take
30
them.
seconds
I
to the
don't
start
care.
of the race.
All right. It's the moment we all been waiting for, all the fast drivers. And Jim Silve. Everyone's ready. Marshall's ready. We're going racing at the sound of the
15 seconds to the
tone.
start of the race.
Aaron Brown takes a whole shot. Good, clean start. Gentlemen, keep it clean. Look, got a good, clean start. Aaron Brown leading out. It's like Ryan Prince. Oh, Aaron gets it wrong, and Marshalls himself drops him back a couple positions. Ryan Prince in the 1, Jim Silve in the 2. It's like Carlos in the 3, followed by Mike Welker, Aaron Brown, AJ Lorello, and Dave Nani. Leading up the rear is the Tankno from Mike Blythe. Ryan Prince down the back straight, still in the lead, followed by Jim Silve. Carlos close behind. Mike Welker and Aaron Brown in the hunt as well. Ryan Prince trying to stretch out, but Jim Silve saying, no way. I'm keeping this thing close. Carlos keeping it close. All 5 drivers keeping it. Oh, we get it wrong. Aaron, Ryan, and Jim get tangled up in the roller. They drop back. It's like you got Carlos in the lead, followed by Aaron Brown, worked his way back up into the 2 position, followed by Mike Welker. So we got 2 yokes on the podium at this point, coming over the rollers and over the crossover. Carlos, scratch that. 3 yokes going 1, 2, 3 at this point. Oh, nice move by Ryan Prince. Gets around Mike Welker down the back stretch. Carlos around the roller. He crosses. He's in the 1 spot. Aaron in the 2 spot. Ryan Prince over the crossover, followed by Mike Welker and Jim Silve. Mike Blythe and Dave Nani going at it. Oh, Nani gets it wrong. Probably because I said his name. AJ Lorello in the mix as well. Let's get back to our leaders. Carlos Lopez, Aaron Brown close behind. Mike Welker still in that 3 spot. Yoke going 1, 2, 3. Not if Jim Silve has anything to say about it. Down the back stretch, he's trying to get around Mike Welker with Ryan Prince in tow. Good racing, boys. Good racing, boys. Carlos down the back stretch. Aaron down the back stretch. Mike Blythe's got being the courteous race director and taking it out of left field to get out of the way. Attaboy. AJ Lorello gets out of the way as well as Dave Nani. Thank you, gentlemen. And we still got Carlos, Aaron. Mike Welker gets it wrong. The TLR, Jim Silve gets around. He's in the 3 spot. Down the back straight. Ryan Prince right behind him. 240 in, 217 to go. Jim Silve over the crossover, over the double, into the switchback with Ryan Prince giving chase. Carlos looks like stretching out his lead just a tad over downtown Aaron Brown as they both go over the crossover.
2 minutes left.
Jim and Ryan going at it. You could put a blanket over those 2. They've been neck and neck the whole race. Oh, Ryan tries to make a move. Oh, and he makes it. Oh, and Jim's going to take. Oh, and they get into each other. All right. Yeah, attaboy. Good racing, guys. We got one up. All right, 134 to go. Carlos over the line. Aaron over the line. Jim Silve and Ryan Prince over the line and over the crossover. Carlos and Aaron still going at it. Aaron closing the gap just ever so slightly. Carlos still has the lead. Thank you, Mike. Our order: Carlos, Aaron, Jim, Ryan, Mike Welker, AJ Lorello, Mike Blythe, and leading up the rear, Dave Nani. See if I can catch up with our leaders. Oh, there's Carlos and Aaron coming over the triple. Mike Welker and AJ, you're going to have 1 and 2 coming up behind you shortly. It is a heated battle. Thank you, AJ. And Welker, you're going to have 1 and 2 coming down the backstretch right behind you. Battling out for the lead. Aaron's closing the gap. Oh, and he gets around him, and then he gets a little squirrely. Oh, Carlos gets it wrong. Aaron's now in the lead, and they hook a pipe, and they get through the double together. And Aaron gets clipped, and, gets tangled up by a back marker. Oh, it's a melee there on the backstretch. It's all right there. We still got a good working order here. Jim Silve picking up the pieces, driving through the smoke and moving into the 2 spot. Carlos has a little bit of trouble, and he is out of the mix. Aaron Brown in the lead, followed closely by Jim Silve. Mike Blythe, you got 1 and 2 coming up behind you. AJ, you have 1 and 2 coming up behind you as well. Number 3, Ryan Prince coming over the line right now. Aaron and Jim get around through the switchback, down the back stretch, and the race is over. I'm sorry, I got so into it, the race is over. Aaron Brown, you win. Jim Silve in the 2, Ryan Prince in the 3, Mike Welker looks like in the 4, Mike Blythe, AJ Lorello, Dave Nani, and Carlos out with some bad luck. Good race, good racing, guys. Sorry, I didn't see it ended. Thank you, boys and girls. You guys have been great, and I've been Jimmy Leff.
The race is completed.